Wouldn't it be nice to have a team in a box that handles a lot of your content creation for you? Think about what it would cost you to hire a content creator and then actually design images, write copy, and all the things that you need for really top quality content creation. Well, today is week 1 of our month of AI, and we're going to be looking through the OmniTEAMS AI challenge. I'm going to introduce you to different team members inside of OmniSAM over the coming month. So hang on in. As always, this is Strategy with Sally. We're going to kick off with our theme song as we wait for all our VIPs to join us inside of the Voz. Back in a couple of minutes. Actually, 3.5.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine. Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine.
Welcome to this week's Strategy with Sally. What if you could have your own content writer and image designer all in one powerful AI assistant? Well, this week we're going to be building exactly that. I'm going to be introducing you to the first component of OmniTEAMS. OmniTEAMS. It's many different teams inside of OmniSAM. And We are focusing in on AI for the entire month of, just checking, June. The entire month of June of 2025, with all of its awesome updates and time-saving things. And we're going to be building your AI dream team in the next 30 days. But this week is all about setting up your AI content team so that you never have to share a blank or stare at a blank screen again. And without worrying about what am I going to post, what am I even going to write every single week or daily. And we're going to be diving into this powerful tool inside of OmniSAM. Like Content AI, also we'll be looking at the social media planner so that you can start scheduling out your content as well, and creating, repurposing and scheduling evergreen content with ease. So first off, what is Content AI? Well, your Content AI is your team in a box that's responsible for writing your copy. It will help you to generate ideas and also to create images, and then you can jump inside the social media scheduler and schedule out that as well. So Content AI is used to generate copy. And you can use it in different areas of OmniSAM, such as your social media planner. You can use it to create blog posts. Also, inside of your funnels, when you're building funnels, your websites, inside your emails, and any place that you can write content. All right, so what I'll do for you is we're going to jump over first, and I'm going to show you where inside of OmniSAM you are going to find the area for Content AI. So let's jump on over to my computer. All right, here we are inside of the marketing section on the left-hand side. And if you come right across here and you click on Content AI, it will bring you into this area here. Now, this is just where you manage your Content AI generated content. And you can see here that your content is your social planner, your blog posts, your funnels, your websites, your emails, and then also access to your media library where you save all the images that your Content AI is going to help you with. Now, where are we actually going to create this content? Well, before we actually begin creating your content, the first place I want you to head to is along the top here to brand boards. When you click on brand boards, you will see your brand kits that you've probably made with us, but you will also see a little section here called brand voice. And when you click on brand voice, here is where you are able to create your own brand voice. So let me show you. First off, all you need to do is just click this on the right-hand side, add brand voice. Then it will open up into this information here. Now, along the top, before you start creating your brand voice, make sure, you know I love to name things, or a little birdie dies, name the brand voice. So for us, it's the OmniSAM brand voice. Enter your business brand name. So for us, it's OmniSAM. What type of business you are. So we're a software company. You can also include your website address here, your contact email address. If your company is in a local location, you can pop in your email address, also your phone number and what your business hours are. Then under brand communication and personality, you can choose only one at this point in time, but you've got the choice between friendly, professional, trustworthy, confident, engaging, empathetic, or innovative. So choose that as your brand communication and personality. Then you go under the brand identity and market positioning. And here you're going to enter who is your target audience, what are your customers' pain points, what is your brand promise, what are your brand values, what does your brand do, and what makes you better than your competitors, what is your unique selling proposition, and then finally, risk of inaction, and of course, your call to action. So once you complete all of this information, then all you need to do is to save the brand voice. Now, all of this will help you when it comes to writing your content later on. So once you've created your brand voice, the next part I want to show you is the social media planner. So again, under marketing, you will see the social media planner here at the top. And when you open it, you're going to come into your social media planner. Now, in here is where we can start to create content directly inside of the planner using Content AI. So along the top on the right, you'll see Create a New Post. When you click Create a New Post, you will also see down here the Content AI option for you to choose. So with the Content AI, this is going to help you to, of course, generate your content. And at the top here, it says, what brand voice do you want to use? And if you've set up your brand voice, of course, you will choose your own brand voice at the top here. Then you will give it a title. So what is the title or the theme for the content? So let's say our content is how to create content using OmniSAM Content AI. And then provide a brief description of the content. So show how Content AI will save you time with your content creation and help with staring at a blank screen. That'll do. A couple of sentences there. I'm sure if I used ChatGPT, it would also help me come up with other ideas as well. Then you will add a few keywords. So for us, a keyword would be content creation, and you just hit return once you've typed in your keyword so that you can create multiple keywords. Another one could be content AI, and we'll leave it at that for now. Then writing tone, you can choose your brand voice, or you've got the selection of funny, casual, excited, professional, witty, sarcastic, feminine, masculine, bold, dramatic, grumpy, secretive, respectful, or persuasive. So we're just going to stick with our brand voice. And here you'll also see you can choose how many variations. Then, what is the length of your content that you want it to create? So let's just stick with small and click generate. And once it generates our copy, you can choose which one you like. So you've got 3 different options here. And if you're not happy with it, you can click regenerate. So this time what I'll do is I'll choose a longer or larger content type and click generate. So now it again is going to give me 3 different types, and we'll just wait for it to do its thinking. And now we've got 3 different content types, a little bit more extended, as you can see here. And we're going to choose just one of these. And the way in which we do that is we just copy at the very bottom of this example, and then it pastes it across here into the chosen content area. Now, as we all know, when we use AI, we don't just blindly use what it says. We want to go through and check the copy, and we want to make sure it matches our brand voice. Also for us, you know, we don't use a lot of Zs or Z like America. We're going to Aussianize it by adding an S to revolutionize your content creation process. Say goodbye to daunting black screens and hello to effortless productivity with OmniSAM. Then you can see here it's created a few different options along with the emojis, which of course I really like having emojis in our copy. And it's also created, or it's given us those extra hashtags as well. Now, once you're happy with that, you can just click continue, and now it will launch into the actual social media planner, and you will choose which accounts you want to schedule it to. So I'm just going to choose all accounts to schedule to, and it looks like it's found one error, which is we've got to get rid of this one here. So let us just add it to announcements. Actually, we don't really want to put it into the community, because inside of your scheduling software, you can actually schedule into communities. So we want to actually remove all the community channels. So that was, probably shouldn't have just clicked select all, because I've got quite a lot of things connected here. So let's just remove all of those so that we can actually schedule properly. All right, so I've now got it scheduled to our OmniSAM Facebook pages, profile, Facebook pages. We've also got it in our Instagram, in LinkedIn, and also TikTok, Pinterest, and YouTube. So now we've got the copy here, right? What we want to do with this copy is we need to also add an image. Oh, thank you. My husband just brought my glasses, so I'm not too blind. Okay. And the way in which we add an image using Content AI is we come down here to the image button, and you can see when you click on image, it also has create image using AI. So we're going to click on that, and then we're going to, I've asked ChatGPT just to speed up this process, is to give me an image description using this copy. So the image description is, I'm just going to copy and paste that in for time saving purposes. Now, under the image, you can choose whether you want it to be a photo or different types of digital art like Dreamlight, digital graphics, posters, vectors, colourful, 3D, pastel art and animated. And then there's some fine art options for watercolour and coloured pencil and a sketch. I'm going to choose vector. Actually, let's choose 3D for fun and click generate. And now it's going to give us a few options. Well, actually, not only one option because I forgot to choose. So let's go regenerate, and let's choose 3 option variations. And I'm going to come back here, and let's just change this up a little to dreamlike. Might as well try a different type of image. Maybe it's not totally on brand. Our brand, I'd normally choose vector if I was designing for our brand. Now we can see here some image options. So we've got create smarter, not harder, OmniSAM content, and you can see it sometimes gets the text wrong. AI or AAI is here. So let's double check. Yeah, so the text is not fabulous at the moment. So what I might do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to regenerate, and I'm going to remove the text overlay from that. And again, because I want to see something different, I'm going to come to vector and regenerate. All right. So now we've got a few different options here. We can choose one of those and continue. Now, you can have more than one image in this as well, right? So the way you could create multiple images is create an AI, and I'm going to just quickly ask ChatGPT to give me another example and see what it comes up with. So I'm going to click regenerate. And let's see what it comes up with this time. And this is how you can create a carousel, because people will stop and flick. Now, of course, you can use other software like Canva, but if you're like, oh my goodness, I've got nothing going out this week, you can just quickly whip in here. Remember, progress over perfection, right? So we're going to choose this little cute AI guy with done in minutes. Right, blogs, captions, scripts is all there in the image, and click continue. Now we've got the option to have 2 images in here, and don't forget to add your follow-up comment. So we're going to just write find out more, book a call at, and let me double check our book a call. omnisam.com.au, and I think it is just intro call, hopefully in TRO. I try to create, no, I think it might be intro dash call. And there we go. Yep, there's our intro dash call page. So I'm going to make sure that that goes into first comment. Then under here, if you've got different categories, you can file the social media post in different categories. If you've got tags, you can do that. Then what you want to come through is just check all of the different posting options and make sure that there is no errors, because sometimes, as you can see here, our words that we have for TikTok and the YouTube is I'm getting a warning here. So TikTok, you can only a video, so we can't use TikTok, and we can only publish content with one video or one image, right? So if I want the 2 images, I would just remove YouTube and TikTok from my posting schedule. So I'm just going to go do that. Get rid of YouTube, get rid of TikTok, and we should be good to go. Awesome. And I've got a warning here. Google My Business supports only one image. Pinterest doesn't support multiple images. So let's do that. Pinterest. I should have known this. Okay, Pinterest and Google My Business. There we go. All right. So always look for your little warnings. Now, what I do recommend that you do is don't just post. I would recommend that you click schedule reoccurring post and then choose it to repeat every 26 weeks, because the algorithm doesn't want to see the same content too often, but you can do it every 26 weeks. That's the latest update from Facebook. And then you can start your date range from your first day. Then I would recommend, you'll see on this little calendar, you've got 2 different arrows. One of them with a little arrow just goes ahead a month. The bigger arrow goes ahead a year. So go forward into the future. I'm going to go right the way forward to 2040. and just choose the end of the month and click confirm. And what day of the week do I want it to go up on? I want it to go on a Tuesday, and click schedule post. Now what you will see is when I go back to the social planner and we look at the planner here, you will see this post that I've created. It's been scheduled and it's going to post 31 times between January 3, 2025 to the 30th of September 2040 at 9:40 a.m. every 26 weeks. How cool is that? Now we've created one post that will repeat till the end of 2040. So that is how we use Content AI inside of Social Planner. Now the next one I want to show you, if we remember back here, under Content AI, manage your Content AI, you will see here is that content that I created. We can go and check out the prompts we use to create that content. But moving on from Social Media Planner, we can now do a blog post. So I've opened up a blog post here. Now there's a couple of things you can do with a blog post. Inside your blog posts, you can write your content and then ask it, when you highlight the content, you can ask it, oops, that's not the one. Is it here? Oh, actually, it's in the other section. So here, inside of the Content AI, I'm going to give it exactly the same prompt as I gave it before so that it can create a blog post around that topic. So the type is going to be a section and the content is going to be the same as what we had previously, which was how to use Content AI in OmniSAM to save time. And then in the brief description, we're going to, oh, you know what? I might come back here and copy and paste. If it has this bit here, let's copy this variation here, pop that so it's matching in here, and then we're going to add a keyword, Content AI, and we're going to make it long and generate. So once it now creates this piece of content, let us wait for it to do its thing. And it's working, and it's working. Okay, so now it's come up with a really long piece of content right here, right? So let's say, oh, which one do I like? Oh, let's go with option number 2. So I'm going to pop option number 2 here into the post and then click continue. It's now going to, come on, where did you go? Where did you go? Let's try that again. Highlight this, Content AI, continue. Okay, my computer rebooted before. I wonder if that's given me the issues. While that's doing that, I should refresh these screens as well that I had prepared earlier to try and save time. But then my computer decided it wanted to reboot. All right. There we go. So as you can see, I have now popped in the content by just clicking continue, and you can see all the content has popped in down here. which is going to make life so much easier. Then, because it's a blog post, you will want to probably add some images in. And when you create your images, you can select them from the media library, or here you can use the image generator just like we did back before. So for this image, let us say, describe the image, a desktop with a glowing rod. There we go. Just copy this, pop that in there. We're going to choose a type just for fun. Let's go animated this time. And let's see what it comes up with. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty cool. Let's continue with that. And insert image. Oop, content AI. So now we can see we are writing a blog post and including images as we go. So I'm just going to edit this image because it's been squished. We don't want that. There we go. All right, so that is how you can use Content AI to come in and create your blog posts. The next one is in your landing pages. So here I am inside of funnels, and it could be in a website, or even it could be in a funnel on a landing page here. So the way that you can improve your copywriting in here is if you highlight the words that you have. See here, when you highlight your words, you will see our little Content AI guy just here, our little content team, and we can ask it to generate words using AI, improve the writing, fix the grammar or spelling, simplify the writing, make it longer, or make it shorter. We're going to say improve the writing. It is now going to open up and say, transform your leads into loyalists. Let AI fuel your conversations and skyrocket your conversions. Then if you don't like it, just like before, we can click regenerate until we're happy with the option that it's given us. And it's going to think for a little bit. Elevate your business with AI, engage, capture, and transform leads into loyal customers. Right, and then we can click whether we're going to add the text below the text or replace the text that we highlighted. I'm going to click replace text. Now you can see here I've got my copy already done. So you can do this in any of the sections that have got words to help you improve your copywriting. All right, so that is inside of your landing pages. Now, finally, it's your emails. So here I've gone into one of our email templates, and we're going to write an email based off what we've been doing for the whole thing about OmniSAM and content creation. So I'm just going to copy the content that the AI had generated. Now, it's nice to have a little something different each time, but I'm going to highlight all of this text and delete it because this is just a template here. And then I'm going to come over here to Content AI, and again we can write generate with AI, improve. We're going to click generate. We're going to pop in our description. We're going to say Content AI saving time with OmniSAM. And spell correctly, Sally, would be good. Content AI. Let's add in a keyword. And then let it create. And this time we're going to write a custom length. So how long do you want the content to be? And this one is really good for blog posts, for example, if you have a limit at which you want your blog posts to be, but most blog posts are kind of between 300 to 600 for quick tips and announcements, right? And also any social media or teaser posts are sort of between that 300 to 500. Let's say for an email, let's make it 500 words and then click generate. Now, have I filled in all my gaps? What type of content? I want it to be here under email. Your context is whether it's promotional, introductional, a coupon code, a reoccurring newsletter, a testimonial, a cold outreach, a content giveaway, or other. We're going to do for this one that it is let's make it a coupon code for a free trial, right? So try AI employee for free for 30 days in the month of June. And click generate. And now we're waiting for the email. And what's going to happen once we get that? The same things that have happened in each of the areas we've been into, from social media planner, from the funnels, also your websites and blog posts. So let's have a look and see what content has come up. And then we're going to click one of these and we're going to add it to our email. So once you've added it to your email, you'll come through, you'll do a little bit of editing, make sure you read it and all that good stuff before you send it. So that is a really easy way to smash out content in each of these different areas: the social planner, your blog posts, your funnels, your websites, and emails. And also one that we haven't touched on, and I'm not going to actually share screen for this one, but it is your conversation. So I'm just going to come back to you now. So inside of the conversation section, when you get emails, text messages, WhatsApp messages, Facebook messages, all the things, you can use AI to help you to reply to messages. So what you will find is you will see that little AI guy and you can use it to help you reply. Now, the reason I'm not showing you is because I'm in our active account and there's personal information in our conversations area, so I can't share screen, but feel free to go in and have a look at that. Now, content AI, that is what we've covered today. But we are going to be digging way deeper over the coming month into, let me remember, so we've got our content team. Next week, we're going to be talking about your communication team. Then the following week, your receptionist team. And then finally, your builders and your tech nerd team. So over the coming month, every week on Strategy with Sally, we're going to be digging deeper and deeper into AI employee, or as I like to call it, your team in a box when it comes to OmniSAM and all of the awesome AI stuff that you have access to. Now, use of AI isn't free. There is usage charges just using the AI. You can actually check out what it costs you. Now, the other thing is, I'll show you where. Let me just come back to my computer. Now, you can't see it on mine, but in here, under Content AI and Manage Your Content, it will show you the cost that it is for each of the options that you use. The reason mine doesn't show it is because I've got an unlimited plan for the Content AI. So there are options for you. Let me just check. I should have done this before I headed into this live. Let me just go check what the price is. I think it's like $120 maybe $47 a month, but I've got to double check. Let me check here. Where did I put it? It's around here somewhere. $127 a month to use content, your whole team in a box. So OmniSAM's AI employee. And the AI employee, like I said, it gives you lots more than just creating content. We've got voice AI, which I call your receptionist team, your conversations AI. Again, they're going to talk through all your different communication channels. We've also got funnel AI and workflow AI, which is your team in a box, plus your content, which we looked at today, and also review AI. And then if you need any help, there's a lot of prompts and help sections throughout the rest of the software. So if you decide to go all in, there is a 30-day free trial. If you want to get in and play around with AI, see whether or not that tiny investment is worth the time it gives back to you. So put your proper business hat on, right? Let's not put our head in the sand when it comes to numbers. Think about how much time is it saving you? And is the cost of $127 a month to save that amount of time worth it to you and your business, right? With this content AI, I promise it's going to save you so many hours. And how much are you worth per hour? Right? So to get access to Content AI, it should be at the top of your left-hand menu when you log into your account. If you do not see it, then just reach out to us at support at omnisam.com.au, and you'll be given, we can unlock it for you for free. Then at the end of the 30 days, if you wish to continue, you'll be charged $127 a month, and that'll give you unlimited. Otherwise, you can go on pay per usage, see what it's costing you. If it's less than that $127 a month, then maybe that's better for you, right? So get in and play around. It's totally free for 30 days. This offer is available today. So jump on in, click the button inside of your OmniSAM account and give it a crack. Now, as always, we cannot end a strategy with Sally without a little bit of GSD. So here's your GSD for this week. I want you to generate one blog post, one email, and 3 social media posts using Content AI. And stick to the same theme, because here's why. When you create those content social media posts, you'll be able to, in first comment, link to the blog post for more information. When you send out the emails, you'll be able to link to the blog post, which creates engagement in your emails, which increases your deliverability inside of the emails, and also create engagement inside of your social media posts, which then increases the likelihood of you showing up in people's threads, right? Or posts, whatever platform it is, because they've engaged with your post. So begin with the blog post. From that, then create your email and link to the blog post, and then create 3 social media posts, and again, link to the blog post in your first comment. So that is your GSD. If you are going to participate in this week's GSD, put "I'm in GSD" in the chat so that we can follow up with you and make sure that you've done it. And I want to see you GSD, because these types of evergreen, and it will be evergreen that you're creating, these evergreen topics, once it's done, it's going to run on repeat. And if you have a business in a box, that email could be part of your 2-year long-term nurture. Jump in, find a spare email that you think is not relevant, or it could be better, and replace it with this one, because then you've also got those, what I call a soft call to action, of the little click right there. All right, guys. So that is your GSD for today. So just a little recap. Today we learned how to create content using our OmniTEAM content AI inside of OmniSAM. We looked at scheduling and creating social media posts. We also looked at creating emails and blog posts and landing pages. And once you do today's GSD, you have officially hired your first AI employee. Your content team is live and ready to rock and roll. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's strategy with Sally. Get GSD done. And I'm going to go dark now and look after our VIPs here inside of the Elite program and our Done For You program. As always, never let anyone dull your sparkle. Make sure you get at least one income producing activity done each and every day. And I'll see you next week on Strategy with Sally as we dive into your... Let me remember which one is next week. It's in my little list of notes here somewhere. Hang on. Week two. Where did you put week 2, Sally? Week 2 is communications team. Yes, we're going to be looking at the chatbot and all the different places you can use it, like Messenger, SMS, even a live web chat. I'll see you there. Bye for now.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.